another episode of Kavanaugh's Corner. Today on Kavanaugh's Corner, I'm going to be talking about a movie that I've been waiting to talk about for a little while. For whatever reason, it's really been backed up on the schedule for a few weeks now. But I finally have an opportunity to talk about it because I've watched everything, and that is the release of Wonder Woman on 4K Blu-ray. This is just an outstanding disc here. This is a great release from Warner Brothers. They had a few missteps in their 4K releases, but this is definitely a winner, possibly one of the best ones that they've done yet. And I have to say, not only is it a great film, I really enjoyed Wonder Woman. I thought it was an awesome movie. I did get to see it in theaters. I don't think I got a chance to review it here on the channel. But I absolutely love this release of Wonder Woman. This is a fantastic, fantastic 4K disc. Probably one of the best superhero discs out there right now on 4K. There's not many out there. I'm really, really anxiously awaiting the Batman movies to come out on 4K. Any of them, all of them. Actually, I don't really want to see Batman and Robin on 4K. That's not really. But any of the other ones I'll take. But this one here is the best DC movie on 4K so far. I can say that. Far and away, it's the best. The colors of the film are just extremely deep and vibrant throughout. The HDR in this really does wonders for the release. You can really see it when you go back and forth between the regular Blu-ray and this, that even just outfits and clothing have just a whole other color range in this. And it's really cool to see the light play off of the different metallic pieces of Wonder Woman's outfits. I think that's actually one of the coolest things about this disc, is that you really get a level of detail and vibrancy from the HDR that you really don't get anywhere else, and that's just an outstanding feature of this disc. One other thing I wanted to mention is the fact that the disc also has a Dolby Atmos soundtrack, which is really nice. You get a lot of really nice effects with the sound, especially in action scenes. You get a lot of directional effects where there's a scene where Wonder Woman's in a pit almost, and they're in a trench, I should say. They're in a trench because it's World War I. A lot of trench warfare in World War I. And she is getting shot at. Everybody's getting shot at. She just kind of walks out onto the battlefield. And I gotta say, that scene is that is one of those ones where if you want to show off your home theater, put that scene on, crank up the volume, apologize to the neighbors afterwards, and you're just gonna have a great time. It's outstanding. Just an awesome, awesome soundtrack. The Dolby Atmos with the directional effects, especially when people are talking, you can really hear it out of different speakers all around. The scene where they're in a bar about midway through the movie is just another great showcase of how well sound can be done in a film. Just a great, great soundtrack on this disc. The action scenes overall just benefit from the 4K, I have to say. Even the smaller scenes, there's a scene where Wonder Woman's kind of confronted in like a back alley, and Diana kind of uses her bracelets to deflect a bullet, and it's really cool looking in the 4K. Again, the Blu-ray, the regular Blu-ray, is nothing to sneeze at either. It's great, but that 4K with the HDR just adds just one extra little effect to the whole situation. It's really cool to see. Something else that's great about this disc is the fact that you really get a lot of special features. Now, the special features are mainly on the regular Blu-ray, but the amount of content they put on this is great. It's over 2 hours, and I think the behind-the-scenes stuff is probably the most entertaining to me. They added like an extra scene where like Etta, who is the secretary lady in this, she kind of has like a whole other extra like epilogue scene. And it's kind of funny, but it's I don't know, is it really necessary? Not really, but it's a cool thing to add on. I thought it was a nice little addition to the disc. The behind-the-scenes stuff is my favorite. I love hearing from director Patty Jenkins. She is a really phenomenal director. I love the way that she did this film, and she handled the backstory of Diana really well, and I think the fact that this is probably my favorite DC film since Dark Knight Rises is really saying something. Even Batman versus Superman couldn't get on the level of this movie. And I think it's because the movie knows what it is. It's a comic book movie. It's somewhat serious in scenes, but loose enough to be believable in a way. I mean, it's as believable as a superhero movie can be. And to be honest with you, this movie reminded me a lot of the original Superman film with Christopher Reeve. And it has almost that same kind of tone where it's semi-serious. And I think that's what you need in an action film with these kind of characters, is that Batman is really the only character that can be really done completely dead serious throughout, I think. And it's because his backstory is super serious. Wonder Woman is basically the creation of a god, and it's not going to ever get more ridiculous than that. That's about as ridiculous as it's going to get. But for whatever reason, this movie handled it well. This disc is a triumph. I loved Wonder Woman on 4K. If you have a 4K home theater like I do, like I said, the Dolby Atmos soundtrack, along with the HDR and the high-definition picture, I mean, the 4K picture in this is just outstanding. It is basically flawless, and I don't want to say it's reference quality, but it's really, really close. This is right up there with John Wick Chapter 2, Planet Earth 2. I mean, Planet Earth 2, to me, is still pretty much the gold standard. I've yet to see something that is as ridiculous looking as that, but this is really right up there. I mean, this is an outstanding release, and I think these superhero movies are just going to get better as they go on. I'm really looking forward to Justice League coming up in not too long, actually, just a few weeks from now. So that'll be cool to see. But as for this one here, I'd say, go out and buy Wonder Woman. It's an outstanding release. I loved everything about this movie. And the special features are really, really a nice addition to this one. So go grab Wonder Woman in 4K. Until next time, I'm Andrew Kavanaugh. Just want to say thank you for coming back to Kavanaugh's Corner. Take it easy.